Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Irwin number 1523. This is a quarter 28 National Fine bottom style tap is what it is. So this is a tap. This is a quarter 28. Probably not going to see the printing on that item, but I'll show you some photographs where we can read that. And this is a bottom style. They're self-aligning, taper, plug, and bottom type taps. This is a bottom tap. That's when you're going to tap into something and you can't breach through the other side, and you need to draw threads right down as close to the bottom of that preparation as possible without, again, going through it. And that's what this is for. It's a quarter 28. Quarter is a common diameter, and it's about 2 5/8, 2 9/16 overall length. But it's 28 threads per inch, which is a fine thread. The typical for quarter is 20 threads per inch, which I believe is called National Coarse. This is National Fine. Those threads are tighter together. Okay. Sold and priced per tap. I think they require that you buy them in multiples 5, which is what this packaging would otherwise look like. Let's switch to the screen view now, and let's take a closer look at some of the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here's the item that we are indeed looking at. 1523. Ideal for routine maintenance work, repair work, rethreading where high accuracy and tolerance on the thread is not critical. This is just a builder's quality, a standard caliber piece of hardware is what they're saying, piece of tool hardware. Straight flutes are ground to provide rapid chip removal for efficient threading. Designed for hand threading work in a variety of materials. Produces a class 2B thread. Quarter 28. 4 flutes. It's a bottom style. Let's dive into a little bit more of what that means. Now there is a link here that goes over it, and that's fine. I would prefer to click on the link to the product brochure where I will show you the same information in the catalog, and here's that same page. Here are the 4 different types of taps that there are. Self-aligning, taper, plug, and bottoming taps. The plug tap is the most common. You're going to find that in the typical hardware stores. Taper taps I like to use more so than plug because I can get more of the tap into the hole, and that allows me to create the threads a little bit straighter in my experience and my very novice amount of experience. Self-aligning allows you to get a lot of the tap through that hole before you start cutting threads. And then again, a bottom tap, ideal for threading close to the bottom of blind holes. 1 to 2 threads are chamfered right down here. Now the rest of this document will allow you to review all things tap and die related. There is a tap and drill selection chart. What goes with a quarter 28 tap, you ask? Well, the drill bit that you're going to need to drill it, it's going to be a number 3 size drill bit. Sure, would a 13/64 work? Possibly. That's 100,000ths of an inch off. So, you know, that might as well be a mile away. You're going to need the right size drill bit for that. And this chart here helps you arrive at what those proper drill bit sizes. The point being is it's not only fractional sizes. There are numbered and lettered sizes of drill bits, and those pieces are usually a number and letter size drill index along with a fractional drill index would make up, if you're, excluding metric, would make up every drill diameter you could possibly ever have to drill. But there are metric references here as well. As you scroll through the catalog, you're going to find just everything as it relates to taps and dies. I'm going to take our part number and copy it, then find function on my keyboard in the document, and we'll find where this item is located. And here it is. Here's the chart along with all of the other tap sizes that they make and all of the different part numbers. They have a column for plug, taper, bottom, and self-aligning as they apply. You can see you can get the plug style in every size. That is, again, the most common type of tap. That doesn't mean it's the right tap for your application. In fact, I never use plug taps. I'm either using a most typically I'm going to be using a taper tap. That's, you know, just the one that I prefer to use. Self-aligning, though, is awfully nice to get that hole. Then, of course, it would, you know, the proper tap actually depends on what you're tapping into. These happen to be just regular Swiss Army knife style taps. You know, there are most definitely specialty taps out there. If you're going into brass, that's technically a different tap style, etc. Dies are in here as well, sets, kits, all kinds of material. There's also a link below this video to a document called Reference Guide, 4 pages. The first 3 are that tap and drill selection chart that I had already showed you. The last page is a formula that you can determine the speed at which you would drill into something based on the force, based on the base material of the material itself that you're drilling into. The only thing they don't recommend, or they don't provide recommendation for, is what type of drill bit to use. A lot of science involved in drilling holes, believe it or not, especially if you're drilling into unusual material like a safe or a vault. And it would be very much worth your time to do as much research as possible. There's a link below this video, as seen here, to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the Irwin products we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. Before we wrap this video up on camera, let me show you the photographs. Clearly a bottoming style tap. 1 or 2 threads are chamfered. Chamfered is just that cutaway portion. The head of the unit, the drive, and then, of course, the information that's on it. Now, let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've made it this far into this video, you must be determined to see it through to the end, and we appreciate your hanging in there with us and watching this entire video. It means a lot. It takes a lot of work to create these videos, in the sense that you know, it's time taken away from doing other things. However, the advantage for me personally of creating these videos is the fact that it does allow myself to either learn about something new, to reacquaint myself with something, or to reinforce what I believe that I already know. Any comments that you might leave down below would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. In conclusion, if you have any questions on the Irwin, this is their part number 1523, quarter 28 bottoming tap, or any other Irwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm partial to Irwin, and it's because not only that I'm a distributor, obviously, of Irwin, but I use their tools personally. I choose to buy them. I don't have to. A lot of other people make taps. But if Irwin makes it, I will choose to use their material. I can attest to the high performance of much of the product line as I've used it, which is the other reason, I would say primary reason, that I'm partial to them. I believe in their tools. But again, we also sell them. We do because it goes along with what we do. We sell doors and hardware, and you're often needing to drill and tap holes. That link to the full line catalog will allow you to review all things Irwin tool related. Any questions on the 1523 or any other Irwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.